Hello, Allan, Blain here. One of my goals is to help you become the best version of yourself and win despite your obstacles. So let's get going. Have you ever stopped to consider how your eulogy would read? Yeah, that's right, I said eulogy. Hang with me on this one as I think it can really enhance your life now and for many years to come. Nobody likes to think about it, but one day each of us will die. Our bodies in this life as we know it will soon pass. So taking the time right now to think about our lives and how they're being lived is very important to do. And with all the distractions of our modern day environments, it's an easy thing not to do because we all seem to be so busy. As you likely know, a eulogy is typically a written speech given in memory of a person who has died, of how the author of that speech desires that person to be remembered. How do you want to be remembered? More importantly, how will you be remembered? Have you ever thought about that? As with many things in life, it's often very helpful to start with the end result that we desire and reverse engineer what must occur between now and then to lead to the preferred outcome. This applies to our health, our relationships, our finances, and yes, our businesses as well. The big picture of our lives is no exception. So rather than living an unintentional, reactive life that ends up wherever the wind blows us, it is much more profitable and rewarding to live an intentional life created on purpose for a purpose with clear goals and objectives in mind. Taking the time right now to know what we desire to accomplish with our time here on earth will not only make our life more enjoyable and rewarding as we work towards that end, but it will also help us redeem our limited amount of time that we have and be more productive, giving time to the things that really matter to us most. So where do you start? Start by carving out a quiet, uninterrupted hour or two to focus on writing your eulogy. It may seem overwhelming to write something so important. After all, it sums up your entire life, but don't overthink it. Just get started and write something. You can always rewrite it and improve it later on by implementing the 80% approach. By the way, if you don't know the 80% approach, grab my 21 success secrets they didn't teach us in school at the link included in the description below this video. You'll be glad you did. So where do you start writing your eulogy? Think simple. What really matters to you? What are some life mottos that you live by? What do you want to be remembered for? What inspires you? What are you here for? What do you live and die for? And how can you impact others one life at a time and in doing so change the world? Don't put this off. Your eulogy involves your highest mission, your highest ambition, and the reason why you're here. Don't live another week without it. Your eulogy can be a powerful tool, one that can guide you your entire life. It's what you're living and dying for, as I said earlier. So to make the most of your eulogy, here's a couple tips. I recommend reviewing it constantly, like daily or weekly at least, remembering your purpose. Also, put it somewhere where it's visible, maybe a vision board or a mirror or pinned somewhere, and live by it. Your eulogy becomes your North Star, so to speak. It's your source code of your life. Everything revolves around it. To put it simply, it's why you wake up each morning. Would you like to hear just a snippet, one sentence from my eulogy? Quote, Allan was authentic, vulnerable, positive, and encouraging, and made a positive, eternal impact on those he came in contact with, end quote. That's just a small part of it. In keeping with my life's mission in this pre-written eulogy, I'm so thrilled to announce that I recently launched a podcast called Life's Hard, Succeed Anyway, as a way to do just that for others. It contains some incredibly encouraging interviews I've already completed and many more to come each week ahead. I'm thrilled to get to share. We've already had many rave reviews from others who are absolutely loving it. In just the first 3 weeks, many have shared similar stories that it literally brought them to tears of encouragement and hope. And I trust it will encourage you too, as well as any others you may choose to share it with. You can access the podcast if you'd like by clicking the link in the description below this video. Until next time, I invite you to check out the podcast and follow this channel if you haven't already, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Talk soon.